right, you guys, podcast time.
Chew. It's quieter.
Fucking podcasting right now.
Chew quieter.
And now, to the podcast studio.
Welcome back to Chew Quieter, including welcome to all of our new followers on social media, including Antifa. You motherfuckers.
You made it, Gabe. You know you've made it when Antifa gets on your posts.
They didn't know this podcast was anti-Antifa until they discovered the social media posts and started reporting us to the community guideline police.
Yeah. Guess what happened with that?
They got fucked over.
Yeah.
So
Pretty sure that no guidelines were broken.
No guidelines were broken. So what happened was we made a couple of posts on social media about political topics, and there was a few comments made by Antifa, and they were removed by the social media platform, except for a few. And then all of a sudden, our post was taken down because of community guidelines. I appealed it, and I said, what was misinformation? And they realized, you know what? You're right. There wasn't any misinformation.
Yeah. And what was that post about? Fauci got caught lying.
Yep.
And they didn't take it down because it's true.
It's true. Yeah.
That's how you know when they don't take it down, it must be true.
Yeah. So fuck you, Antifa.
Yeah. Fuck you.
And
the horse you rode in on. Asshole.
You fucking mama's basement dwelling cocksuckers.
Take your mask off. You're going to riot so we can see your face.
Yeah. Speaking of, I don't have video of it, but I think it was earlier today. There was a father and son walking by a protest. It was or not a protest. It was a gay pride month parade or whatever the fuck.
It was just a gay pride parade.
Yeah. So apparently the father had something to say. And he was attacked. And his son took his phone out to try to call the police, and the teenage son was attacked. And the guy that attacked him was wearing a mask.
At a gay pride event?
Yeah.
Damn it, he's still in the freaking closet, dude.
That or Antifa is supporting these gay pride parades and wanting to escalate
cause riots?
Yeah. Gee, who would have ever figured that?
God.
Like, that's never happened before.
No. That didn't happen 3-4 years ago. Gabe,
No.
what are you bringing that up for? Never happened.
It was the summer of love.
Oh, my God. Yeah, I heard too, I was watching some news station, and they were interviewing, it was Steven Crowder. He does another talk show thing now. He goes out into the streets. It's called something else now. And he was interviewing these 3 girls. And one of the girls blamed Trump for the riots. He caused them. I
saw this, yeah.
He made them do it. And I'm like, I think you have your facts wrong right there. He didn't cause anything. He was trying to stop the riots.
Yeah. And
she said that people were rioting because of the economy.
Right.
We had a pretty strong economy back then.
He was thriving at the time.
So I don't know what's wrong. I'm like, these girls.
The flip side to that would be if they were rioting then because of the bad economy, then wouldn't they be rioting again now for even worse economy?
No, because they're getting free handouts now. They don't have to go to work. So why riot? We can just go and steal from the store. That's why half the stores in California now are closing, because it's pretty much just walk in, grab what you want, and walk out without paying.
Yeah.
So, they're happy. They're getting handouts from the government. They get to go into a store and shop for free. And, they don't want the economy to be good, because then they've got to go back to work.
Right.
Because prices become prices again.
Yeah. It's funny, though. There was something on. It was a Twitter feed, and I just happened to see it. It's you might follow or you might like type thing, And it was a video saying that a majority of the rappers now are pro-Trump.
Yes, I saw that.
And the reasoning is because they're realizing now that it's not just black people or minorities that are being targeted by this justice system. It's also people that are anti-Democrat or non-Democrat or not like them.
Yeah, well, you just got to look at Robert De Niro.
Oh, fuck, that motherfucker.
So apparently he's going to be in a movie with Mel Gibson.
Really?
And Mel Gibson dropped him like a hat, like a hot potato.
Funny.
Because he was like, dude, you are so woke. I don't want you in my movie, and pretty much canceled him on the spot. Like, we had a contract, and he said, nope, you're gone. See you later, buddy.
Good for him.
Dick.
Good for Mel Gibson.
I'm pretty sure he's, got some screws loose. I did like him as an actor, but not anymore.
Yeah.
Well, it's like Will Smith. Will Smith's coming out with the new movie.
I'm not watching it.
I ain't seen it because that whole slap thing, dude, that was like, I'm done with you, dude. You're already woke enough, and now you're just, that was good. That was enough for me to go, you know what? I'm never watching another movie of yours. I love Independence Day, never watching it.
Yeah. I haven't seen anything of his since that.
I lie. I might go see one.
Not even Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
I didn't really watch that. We got that in Australia. It did go for a few years, but I never got into it. It was like The Simpsons. I never watched The Simpsons till later in life.
Okay.
Because I found out they can tell the future, so I want to watch,
Isn't that shit bizarre?
Yeah, there's something going on there. One of them's a time traveler for sure.
God. I wonder what's going to happen next. I mean,
I've started watching it just in case. I'm probably 360 episodes behind, but I'm watching it.
Is it still current? Are they still?
I have no idea.
I don't know either.
No, I'm too old to be watching that stuff.
They had a good run.
They did. I wish I had known back then that they were telling us the future.
Yeah.
Although
we wouldn't have known though. I mean, there's just no way to say, hey, they're predicting the future right here. But I mean, it's just like
I know, like Donald Trump being president. Who would have thought?
Yeah, it's just like our conspiracy. Nobody knew where we're going to predict the future by being correct.
No, and they literally had a episode where a laser came down and caught houses on fire, but left the blue house. Hello, left the blue house. Look at Hawaii. The blue stuff didn't burn.
Yeah,
it's like, hello, we're telling you the future. Too late. If you should have watched our movies and our episodes, you'd know to paint your house blue.
Yeah. So before we get into more politics stuff, I do want to remind people that our show was primarily based on off-roading, even though we haven't really discussed a lot of off-roading topics lately. It's just politics has taken over the news feed lately, and for good reason. But recently, I saw something about off-roading that I want to bring up, and I want to get your feedback on this. So this past week, it looks like the Rubicon Trail Foundation was on the Rubicon doing trail repairs, and there was a section of the trail that had a humongous.
So I'm going to stop you for just a second.
Yeah.
I don't know any trail that gets repaired. Like, it's there. Whatever you turn up with, that's what you got to get over. Why is it the Rubicon gets repaired?
Well, it's not only the Rubicon. So out west, a lot of the BLM land will get some help. For example, if there's areas that were washed out, they'll repair that area. I know in Colorado there was quite a few trails that's happened to. There's one in particular that they haven't touched, which kind of pissed me off. It's called Left Hand Canyon. It's just outside of Boulder, Colorado. There was a massive flood that happened probably 10 years ago.
Right.
And they fixed the road, Boulder Canyon Road that is near the entrance to Left Hand Canyon. They fixed the road, but they didn't fix any of the actual off-road trail. They completely closed it. I hear now that it's accessible for mountain bikes,
Right.
but for any other off-highway vehicles, no, it's completely closed.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, out west, it's a thing to do some trail repairs.
Okay, there you go. Something I didn't know.
Yeah, but to this extent of what they're doing, it's just kind of weird to me, because the whole point of having a trail is to have some sort of obstacles, right?
Are they making obstacles?
They're creating a ramp.
No.
So that was off camber, as you can see. It used to be off camber. They filled that in with rock, rebar, and concrete.
Oh my God.
There's also sections of the trail that they put chain link fence down to prevent erosion, which I don't really agree with too much, just because it creates a more challenging obstacles.
Correct. So
this section of the Rubicon, they actually filled in, and they backfilled, they poured concrete. And I don't agree with it. I understand why they did it.
Well,
it's a trail that they want people to go and have fun, experience, and not have to worry about flopping. I
know why they did that.
But
I think that's for the Broncos.
I would agree with you there. Yeah,
like
it's for the
new Broncos. The old ones could probably handle it, but the new ones, I don't think they could do that. So that's probably why they filled it in.
But yeah, look at that. That's the finished product. It's basically just a ramp now.
Man, they're taking the fun of everything.
I like this comment here. This person says that this is because of California's ADA laws. That's so good.
Dude, that is so bad. Like, what's the world come to if you have to go and fill a hole? Like, okay, so here's another one. I think it was on. I don't know if it was on the Sand Hollow page or it was on a friend's Facebook page. Sand Hollow, Utah, in St. George. Someone went out and filled the potholes going up one of the obstacles with concrete. So you'd have like little rain pockets that would sit and erode into the rock.
Right.
They went out and filled them. So now it's just a ramp. And I'm like, why? Like, if you can't get up it, don't go on that trail.
Right.
It's not meant for you.
Right.
That's like me going out with Jeep, finding a buggy trail and going, oh man, this is so hard. I can't get up that V-notch. Let me call a helicopter in with a cement truck tied to it, and I'll fill that V-notch so I can get up it. Oh, that's just stupid.
Yeah.
Like, what's this world coming to?
The whole point, in my opinion, the whole point of having a vehicle that is all-terrain is so you can go on all terrain.
Mm-hmm.
Not just some of the terrain, and then the other terrain you manicure for vehicles that can't do it.
Yeah.
And the reason why you build a Jeep is to get up these obstacles, get down off camber obstacles, and situate yourself that it's functioning for all terrain.
Correct. And you build your rigs to get over these obstacles because you know they're there.
Yeah. But nowadays, I mean, if you think about it, everyone's building their Jeeps these days for the dog
mall?
and pony shows. Yes. The mall.
Yes. The mall.
They want the ducks. They want the pictures, and they don't want any part of off-road trails.
Yeah. So I saw a post today on Facebook. I forget where it was. It was a JL on 43s. Pretty sure I had a rock crawler lift, quality stuff. And it skipped leg day. It still has the factory axles.
Oh, fuck.
Oh, they were trussed and gusseted and, chromoly axles and all the rest of it. But still, 43s on stock axles. And I'm pretty sure it was a sport. So they're not even Rubicon axles.
They weren't 44s.
No, I'm like, man, some people, like, it might look good going down the road, but that's not what we put 43s on a vehicle. 43s on a vehicle is to go up rocks, have ground clearance. The only ground clearance you have to worry about is the concrete bollard in the parking lot.
Right.
And a 31 can climb them.
Before we go on, can you explain to the people that don't know what a bollard is, what a bollard is?
So it's the concrete block on the ground that you pull up to in the car park. See, I just said car park. No one's going to understand what car park is now either. God damn it, Gabe. So a car park is what we call in Australia a parking lot. Okay? So car park, you park your car there. Parking lot, you park. A car lot to us is where you go sell your vehicle. That's the car lot. Yeah. So the bollard is a little concrete thing where you pull up to with your front tires so you don't run into the car in front of you. That's a bollard.
Yeah. Or what they call it here, a parking block.
Yeah. That too. It's like.
But a bollard can be a few different things.
It can be a bollard that stands up to.
It can be a cone.
We call them witches' hats, just so you know.
Oh.
I love that when I first
over there, man.
When I first came here, I had people so confused with what I used to say. I'd be like, what's the other one? So you guys call it. See, I've been here so long now, I've forgotten what we used to call stuff back at home because I've been told so many times you can't call it that because we don't know what you're talking about. So like a parking garage.
Yeah.
I can't remember what we used to call them, but that's a completely different name, and you'd be like, what's he talking about? I have no idea what that guy's talking about.
I know what they call it. In England, they call a garage a garage.
Well, there's a reason for that. There are a lot of gay people over there. That's maybe they must park them all. I don't know, but we call it a garage. I don't know if they say gay garage. I haven't heard that before. Which dialect's that one? Is that Liverpool or Manchester?
Probably Manchester.
Because it all changes over there.
Yeah.
Way worse than what it is here.
Yeah, it's like here almost. But, over there it's...
way worse. It's like you talking a certain way in Nashville and then going to Murfreesboro and sound completely different.
Right.
That's how close it is, the difference over there, because that country is so small.
It's the King's language and then Peaky Blinders.
Yeah. So, that's what a parking bollard is. And it doesn't help that I work in an off-road shop.
Yeah.
That, I get to see all kinds of stuff. And look, each to their own. If you want to build a rig that you think that wants to go off-road, go right ahead. If you want to build a mole crawler, I'm happy for you to do that too. We get all types of vehicles in it, our workplace, but it's different.
Yeah,
it's very different. I had a Jeep come in the other day. Oh, sorry, a cat just died because I called a Jeep a car. Did you know that?
Yeah, I've heard that before.
It was a white 2-door and it had like 1980s graphics on the side of it, like little dots of different colors all over it. And I'm just like, someone's stuck in the 1980s.
Yeah.
And he walked in and he was probably 70 something. So he probably wants to be stuck in the 80s.
So when I sold my Jeep, as everyone knows now, I bought a truck because I needed a truck for home improvement stuff because I just bought a house and I knew I wouldn't be able to transport lumber and all these tools that I needed, big things in a Jeep. And I definitely was not going to get a Gladiator.
Gladiator's not a truck.
I love Scott Blum, but I do not like the Gladiator. Sorry, Scott.
Scott's fault.
Yeah. But so I got a Tacoma. And
it's red too, isn't it?
Yes.
I've seen you in that red Tacoma.
Nice, right?
Yeah, it's not bad.
Yeah. I mean, it's stock right now, but, I don't intend to off-road it right now anyways. So most of my money is going into my house and fixing it up here and there. My grass is becoming super green. I'm loving this green thumb that I've developed. I can't stop looking at my grass because it's so green. I'm using trigonometry to figure out angles of the sprinkler, how I can get this section and this section at the same time.
So do you cut your own grass?
Yeah, twice a week.
Do you cut it into like lines?
Yes.
Oh, you crisscross or just one way?
No, just one way.
Oh.
No, I haven't gotten that intricate yet.
Okay.
Soon. Yeah, I will.
Yeah, we're just about to do our front yard. And this could be another topic of conversation at another date, but my HOA is trying to stop me from doing what I want to do.
Those motherfuckers.
Because, we don't want your house to look completely different from everybody else's. I'm like, everybody else's does look different. They got different trees, different shrubs. I just want to level my front ground out, my front yard, so I don't come out my front and, there goes the grass and washes away. I said, I'm not going crazy. Just want to lift it up a little bit, put a border around it. I think they're jealous because I'm going to have the nicest grass in the street.
Yeah.
Or the nicest garden.
That is a thing. People do get jealous of nicer
oh my God.
lawns.
But I'm surrounded by old people. I don't have time to go out in the garden and tend to it every day.
Yeah.
It's taking me a whole year to get where I'm at.
My grandmother, when she was alive, she won, it was like 7 years in a row. She won the city's most outstanding lawn. 7 years in. So I'm guessing it's probably 10 years in a row.
Wow.
Because she always had these awards. But she would cut the grass herself and then get on her hands and knees and edge it with scissors.
Oh, wow.
She was that fucking anal with it.
She deserves an award just for that.
Yeah. And she was, elderly. She was older at the time, too. So the grass was pretty much, you can golf on it. It was that kind of grass. So when we were kids, we'd play on it and she'd be like, all right, that's enough playtime on the grass. Get off the grass now.
You're killing it.
Yeah.
I can hear it screaming from here. Yeah, it's like, I just don't understand it. Like we could go into a whole conversation of HOA here. Since I've moved here, I have some really cool stories, but I was told that I was threatening the HOA at one point, which I was just explaining what a threat is and what motivation is. They didn't like the analogy I used. Because I kind of...
Just some Karen.
They're all Karens here. We've got busybodies and... Oh, my God. Don't get me started.
Yeah.
I'm not angry right now, Gabe. Don't make me.
You know who's angry right now?
Oh, I bet you I know who it is.
Who?
Hunter Biden.
Yes, he is.
And
you know why?
In trouble. Why?
Because he was found guilty on 3 charges of lying on his application for purchasing a firearm.
Yes, and we just spoke about the other day.
Yeah.
About applying for a gun license.
Listen, I'm against any law preventing someone from purchasing a gun. But the law is the law.
Mm-hmm.
And if these are the laws that are in place right now, we do have to follow them.
Well, that's what all the people who are against guns keep saying. The laws have to be harder for people to get a gun. There's proof.
Yeah.
If it was so easy, Hunter Biden would have a gun right now.
Yeah.
A gun permit. Bum, bum. Sorry, Biden.
Yeah. So it'll be interesting to see if Joe Biden pardons him.
Well, yeah.
Or uses his influence to get lesser jail time if he gets any jail time. But I think the last I heard was he would not pardon him.
Well, no, because it
would be hypocritical if he did.
Yes. I look at pardoning as, you know what, maybe you did do it, maybe you didn't do it. Especially, if it's someone you don't know and you feel really bad for them because they try to do the right thing, they try to reform or whatever else, and they got a family and kids, and that person's like really, really sorry for what they're doing. Yeah, pardon them. But Hunter Biden, he's not sorry about anything because he's like, Daddy will bail me out. Like I just saw, there was a clip on social media of him chasing, I'm pretty sure it was a naked Asian. I don't know if she was naked. I think she might have had a black.
That's not him.
Ah, damn it.
So it's they have similar back tattoos.
Damn it.
And that's one reason why they try to say it was him. As
Man,
much as I would love to say, it was him, it's not.
I'm sure I heard her yell out, "Oh, stop it, Hunter!" Stop it, Hunter! Stop it! Chase me! Chase me!
Here's your cocaine. Leave me alone.
Oh. You got it out of my butt. Leave me alone. Damn dog's barking again.
But I mean, he's got so much incriminating stuff out there. I mean, okay, so here's the things that are true about him now. That he has lied about his drug addiction and everything else, and now that they're felonies, that's out. The laptop, we were talking about it for years and years, and Joe Biden said that's Russian disinformation, that it was all a hoax on the Russians. And that's been proven by Biden's DOJ to be factual.
Correct.
Now all this other stuff is coming out about, 10% for the big guy.
Well,
Joe Biden has aliases.
Well, he has aliases, and they have. So the Biden, everyone's calling that, there's the Biden crime family.
Yeah.
Because it's cousins, brothers, uncles, sisters, whatever it is. $35 million. They've got bank records from 2014 to 2023 between Hunter and James Biden. $7.9 million came from China. $3.9 million came from Ukraine. Not sure where the rest of the money's come from. That's just what I've researched and came across. But they said there's something like 300 LLC set up.
Why do you need that many LLCs unless you're hiding something?
Well, I hope they have lots of employees with those LLCs. Because to me, if you have an LLC, it's a business to make money. You're either selling something, as in, you can give it to someone to buy it, or you're selling your services.
Mm-hmm.
They're not giving anything for the money. They're selling their services. So what services are they selling? Especially Hunter, because he's a dumb shit.
Yeah.
Like, he's got no qualifications.
That's the only argument that they have, is that he's selling painting. But these paintings, I mean, I don't know if you've seen them or not. They're garbage.
Good. Yeah. I can paint too and go, that painting over there, for that bribe. Did I say bribe? I mean, the painting is worth $3.4 million. Can you see that stroke? If they pay that, then that's what they're paying for art.
Right.
But we all know it's a bribe.
Yeah.
It's not stupid. It's not silly. But the other thing is, they're wanting them to explain. They don't think they have to explain where the money came from or how the money got there. If I have a business and I just have all this money flowing into it and it just keeps coming, and I don't have anything to give or the service, I'm pretty sure the IRS is going to come and arrest me and take all my records and find out where all the money came from, because that sounds like either money laundering or I'm a drug dealer.
Yeah.
Why isn't Hunter being caught for either of them?
I don't know how you would classify it, because I don't believe you can classify it as laundering, because there isn't dirty money that they're trying to clean. So would it be racketeering? I don't know.
I don't know, but there's something fishy going on, that they're getting paid for doing nothing, and policy is coming out from the administration to help these countries out.
Mm-hmm.
I'll give you 50 million, but I want 3.9 million in from the back door. Like, I'll give you that, but I want a cut.
Right.
So I don't know. It's corruption. And then I also found out that America is still giving aid to the Taliban families that lost loved ones from the war. Taxpayers' money.
That shit needs to stop.
So they think that by paying the Taliban families that lost a family member that was fighting for the Taliban. If they pay them, their children won't grow up hating America and then be joining again another Taliban.
Oh, that's great fucking logic.
Yes. Yeah, I look at that and go...
Stupendous logic.
Yeah, I look at that and go, you know what? You still killed my father or my mother. Just because you give me money doesn't mean I'm not going to hate you. But thanks for funding my life so I can get funds to fight you when the time comes. I'm an adult.
Yeah. So speaking of funding wars and fighting wars and means of fighting those wars, Joe Biden was recently speaking about, I think it was like a mothers against violence type thing or something like that. And he said that citizens don't need rifles. We need F-15s.
Yeah, bring it.
You want to see that video?
Yes, let's see that video. I want my F-15.
Yeah. Where do I get one? And do I need a license for it?
How do I apply for that?
Yeah. All right. Hold on one second. Let me bring this up here. All right.
Is to take on government if we get out of line, which they're talking again about. Well, guess what? They need F-15s. They don't need a rifle.
I missed that first part. What did he say? A vegetable.
I think he said Vegemite is shitty. I don't like Vegemite. And then your F-15s, you need F-15s. You don't need rifles.
Oh, God. Like, did you see him at the D-Day ceremony?
Yeah. So
was he taking a dump?
No. So he was about to sit down, and Jill Biden told him, no, don't sit down yet. You have to keep standing.
I'm like, damn, dude. And he's such an embarrassment.
Big time.
Like he couldn't even string two words together.
No. So here's another clip of him at the same event. And again, his rambling is just
out of control.
Yeah.
Pro law enforcement and say you are pro law enforcement and be pro abolishing the AFT.
The AFT, not the ATF. So yes, I want to abolish the AFT and the ATF. And yes, Joe Biden, you can be pro police and anti ATF. And here's why. The ATF is a tyrannical branch of the government that is restricting people from owning firearms. They're restricting people's rights to own firearms, silencers or suppressors, however you want to call it. And that is totally unconstitutional.
Correct.
Whereas the police, we are pro-police because they are helping the city. If I need help for someone breaking into my house, I'm calling them.
Well, they're to protect us. That's all they're there for.
Right.
Serve
ATF
and
is not
protect.
protecting. ATF is not protecting anyone.
No. They're trying to take it away. Yes.
Whoever the fuck AFT is.
Oh, he's trying to get rid of FPOS machines. That's what he's trying to do. That's what he's trying to do. So we can't scam when we go to the gas station anymore. He's trying to get rid of them.
Here's another clip, and this is even funnier because there's a bunch of falsehoods that he's saying here, and I'll let this play. But
and he read off script again.
Yeah, I think he did actually.
Important. We need you. We need you to overcome the unrelenting opposition of the gun lobby, gun manufacturers, so many politicians when they oppose common sense gun legislation. I used to be when I was no longer the vice president, I became a professor at the University of Pennsylvania. Before that, I taught a constitutional law class, and so I taught the Second Amendment. There's never been a time that says you can own anything you want. Never. You couldn't own a cannon during the Civil War. No, I'm serious. Think about it. How many times have you heard this phrase? The blood of liberty. Quash your dough. Give me a break. Seriously.
I mean it seriously. You couldn't own a cannon.
If they want to think is to take on government if we get out of line, which they're talking again about. Well, guess what? They need F-15s. They don't need.
Yeah. I want my F-15.
I want my F-15. God.
And I want my cannon that you actually can purchase online right now without a background check.
Yes, you can.
So he lied about that.
It's an antique.
And it's gunpowder.
Mm-hmm.
It's not a classic firearm. There is no firing control.
You know who has a cannon?
No.
Troy Gaten's dad.
Really?
I was pretty sure that's true.
That probably checks out. If you ever met his dad,
yes,
then that would probably be correct.
Yes, I'm pretty sure they go up there to their property once a year, and I think it's 4th of July, and they shoot that cannon. I'm pretty sure it's Troy's.
Yeah, so I actually did meet his dad a few times, and he looks like the individual that would own a cannon.
Yes.
And love to fire it, and would love to fire it frequently.
Yeah, if you're watching Troy, share it on the page somehow.
Yeah.
Tag us.
Yeah, let us know.
Yes.
But
then I know I'm right.
But Biden also, I read that he was never a professor at UPenn.
I don't think it was anything. He just makes it all up.
Yeah.
I think he wakes up in the morning and goes, "Hey, babe, what do you think I should be today? What story should I tell?" And she's a school teacher, so she's like, "Once upon a time, there was a little boy named Joe." I'm pretty sure that's how it goes every day. Because every time he speaks, he's done something else that nobody else has ever done.
Mm-hmm.
There's lots of those. Man, you could just... So many gaffes on that stuff.
So I just did a quick Google search, and I'm looking for used F-15s, and I'm not finding any.
Are you on the government websites?
No.
Oh.
But
Sure
you can buy a brand new one for a couple $1 million.
Oh. Well, apparently there's a guy here in Huntsville, that's in Alabama. He just bought a Black Hawk.
Really?
Yeah, he's a YouTuber. It's not Whistling Diesel. He doesn't live in Alabama. I don't think he does. I think he's a Kentucky guy.
No, he's in Tennessee.
Oh, Tennessee. There you go. He also has a bright green Tesla truck.
The Cybertruck?
Yep. And a bright green Ram TRX. So I'm waiting to see if this Black Hawk is going to be bright green, just like everything else he owns.
It's a flying booger.
Well, that's about what I'm going to be calling it. It's not, oh my God. I'm just like, people have too much money. But if I had that much money too, I'd probably buy a Black Hawk.
I would, yeah. Or an F-15.
Either one, still going to do a lot of damage.
I wonder what it would take to weaponize a used F-15.
An AR-15.
You mean attach AR-15s to it?
Why not? With over like 1,000 caliber magazines.
At that point, I'd rather have an A10.
Because he'll probably, yeah, well, there goes, I've got no money left.
Yeah.
I'm done. I'm going to declare bankruptcy.
The noise. Have you seen videos of the way that
is my favorite aircraft?
Sounds?
Yep.
It gives me goosebumps.
Yes,
Just
that is the sound of freedom right there.
Yeah. Can you imagine if you're a soldier on the ground, you're calling in air support, and all of a sudden you get confirmation inbound is an A-10 Warthog, T-minus 10 seconds, whatever, it'll be there.
Oh, I'll be having a party.
All of a sudden you look up and you're like, holy fuck, those people are fucked.
Yes. Obviously, there's so much footage on YouTube of that plane coming in and doing that, dusting the desert. It's hilarious because like those people had no chance.
Yeah.
One, you wouldn't even hear it coming. Next minute, you just tore to pieces, and then you hear it.
Yeah. It's
a lot of fun. I'm a very air combat airplane nerd. Yeah, look at that thing. Oh, yeah, I've seen this one. This is a good one.
Smoked.
Gone. They're dead. Look at the holes.
God, look at those holes.
Just to make sure.
Yeah, if he's not dead, his kids are dead. His kids are dead.
Oh, that's just crazy.
I mean, it's kind of a goofy looking plane, but an awesome looking plane at the same time.
Yeah, but look how much
And
firepower is on that aircraft.
It's just
Like, that's a payload right there.
that thing fucking just kicks ass.
Yeah. So the other thing I found out yesterday was how many aircraft we have, like the F-35, the F-22, F-15, and what aircraft we actually sell to other countries. No other country we sell F-22s to or F-35s, but we sell a ton of F-15s and F-18s to other countries.
I think it's because those are the older generation and they're outdated.
Correct. And the reason that America has the biggest firepower in the sky is because we used the F-15 against an F-18. And then the F-15 was still better than the F-18. The F-18 went up against the F-22 and got smoked. So then the F-22 was born. The F-22 fight against the F-35 to make that even better to what it is today. So we don't use other countries' aircraft to be better. We use our own.
Right.
And then they're talking about on how many aircraft Russia own to China of their highest aircraft they have. And it was something like their biggest fighters they have is like 35 and China has 84. America has, I think they said, 129 F-22s. How much do you think? How many do you think America has of the F-35?
I'd say at least a couple dozen.
839.
Whoa.
Yeah. It's about, I think it was over 800. The 39 might be a little bit off.
Isn't that the one that just crashed last week in Texas? It was on takeoff.
I think so.
Yeah. So that's
the F-35 is the one that can hover. That's the F-35. Yeah.
Okay.
And I think that's the one that crashed because it malfunctioned somehow and he got out.
Isn't that the one though that has been having issues?
Yeah. I think it's the F-35.
That's crazy.
Yep, but 839 of them.
That's a lot.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
So
that means we should be able to get our hands on a used F-15.
Yeah, they should be everywhere.
Yeah.
Yep. I think the
let's go
Army,
half.
Yeah, the Army disposal place down the corner's got one on the corner. It's for sale.
Speaking of down the street, I saw recently that Huntsville removed the rocket that was along I-65.
65 coming into, coming past Huntsville.
Do you know why they removed it?
I don't know why they removed it. I know they're updating the parking area. So I don't know if they're taking it away and they're bringing it back. It'll be a shame if they don't bring it back.
Yeah, that was my landmark. Like, I'm almost there.
Yeah. Yeah. And I was confused too because when I first drove to Nashville from Birmingham, was back so many years ago, I remember going on the highway. Again, didn't know what name of the highway was, what number it was. I just knew that's the road from Birmingham to Nashville. And I was actually driving the Jeep that I'm in right now. Before I owned it, it was John Schaefer's, and he lent it to me. And I remember driving past it. But then when I moved to Huntsville, because we have two, we have the Space Center with a couple of rockets on it. And when I drove past that, I'm like, I don't remember coming this way. Why would there be two rockets in this town? And I was so dumbfounded thinking, oh, one's because it was nighttime and I drove past it too. One was a parking area and one's the Space Center. But they've never said, I think they said it was a danger to it falling down. It wasn't safe. So I don't know if they're bringing it back or not.
I hope they do. I always thought that was cool.
Well, it's a landmark.
Yeah.
You know, it's like find the biggest sheep or, you know, find the biggest cow or the biggest bull. I just found the biggest rocket.
Speaking of the biggest bull, before we get into the last topic, which is going to be pretty entertaining to listen to, recently there was a rodeo, and a bull jumped over out of the ring and just started fucking going crazy. Check this out. Such an appropriate song too.
Oh yeah. Here we go. Whew. Damn. I haven't seen this footage before. Oh. Damn, I was just getting popcorn. This is the footage I saw. This is it. Oh, and that finished.
That lady in the red got fucked up.
Man.
She got twirled in the air 3 times and then stomped on. God. The bull's like, you want some nuts? Here's my fucking nuts, bitch. How you like my nuts?
Oh, you want entertainment? I'm going to show you entertainment.
And that other guy, though, the guy that was in the black, he saw it coming.
Yeah.
I think he was just froze, like he didn't know.
No, dude. No, he thought there was $100 tied to its horn. That's what he thought. He thought he was in that chair race. Sit down and let the last one to leave. You don't get the money. He's like, stuff this. I'm going to fucking grab that 100.
Man, I don't know if I'm more intrigued by going to a rodeo now or scared.
But dude, it cleared the fence. It didn't hit the fence. It cleared it. Like
that's a 7-foot fence.
That should be on. You know who should be riding that? Jake's daughter. In her competitions. In her competitions. If I can clear a fence like that, that's going to do show jumping like no tomorrow.
Jake's listening to this right now, like, you're not putting my fucking daughter
Should
on
ride
the 1,000-pound bull.
That. She would ride the ass out of that. Even Jeremy's daughter.
Jeremy's daughter I can see because she's crazy.
Well, what are you trying to say? CC's too elegant to be on a bull like that?
No, I don't want to be getting calls from JP, but
we know
Brinks just has that a little bit more
country.
Yes.
Yeah, CC has that sophistication about the horse riding she does.
Yeah.
Brinkley just goes out there and just chews it up.
Yeah. JP posted a picture of her at the last race that she was at, and she's with her horse just flipping off the camera.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's Brinks.
Yeah, that's totally Brinks.
Oh, yeah, that's Brinkley. She has a mouth on her at a very young age.
Good luck to JP when she gets a little bit older.
Here come the boys.
Good luck to the boys. She's gonna rough them up like a motherfucker.
Oh my god! Yeah, I'm waiting for that. It'll be interesting to see, what kind of guy is going to be strong enough to, wrangle Brinks in.
In the area that they're in, I doubt there's going to be any guys that are on her level.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yeah, it's going to be pretty crazy.
Yeah. That's
what I love too. Like everyone in the industry is like now having kids. You don't have any children. I have children. I got a 21-year-old and an 18-year-old, and I've got 3 step kids, all girls, 13, 12, and 9. But my kids are older, and most of the people that I know in the industry have just now started to have kids. You got Justin Andrews. He's got his daughter, and Serge, he's got his daughter. Like, they're all having girls, which I find hilarious because they're pretty much in a male-dominated sport, and they're all having girls.
Yeah.
They've already put them in race cars already. Like, yep, you're the driver, you're the co-driver, this is it. Those kids are locked together forever now.
Yeah.
But it's just good to see them growing up and how they react to things because they're new parents. I'm just like, I'm just sitting back with a popcorn, just going, I've been through all this. It's good. Send it.
I'm going to show you this one more video. This is a California senator, I believe, and I don't have his name, unfortunately. But he was trying to pass legislation to, well, I'm just going to play it because he explains it.
We'll call him douche.
No, it's not. He's not a douche.
Oh, he's not a douche?
I can't. No.
Oh, he's trying to pass good stuff.
Yeah.
That I'm being removed from my committees. Some of you will recall last week I brought a bill to remove sanctuary state protection for pedophiles in the state of California, and the Democrats here did not like that. So they cut off my microphone, and I just got word the speaker of the state assembly, who runs the place, is removed me from my committee. But you know what? That's okay. I wear this as a badge of honor. It means I'm doing the right thing. It means I'm looking out for the people of this state and for children who are being victimized by these illegal immigrants. So bring it on, more to come.
Definitely not a douche.
No. So this is another representative in California that's had enough. A couple
Man,
weeks
they're
ago,
all starting to come out now.
Yeah. A couple of weeks ago, there was a female senator on the floor. She's addressing the Senate and saying, I've had enough. I'm no longer a Democrat. I'm switching teams.
Mm-hmm.
She was also trying to fight pedophilia and trying to protect young women, and they were voting against protecting young women. And she was like, this is ridiculous. We're here to protect kids, and you're not allowing us to do that. I'm switching teams.
Yep.
And then I think recently there was also a sheriff, and I don't believe he was in California. I think he was in Arizona or Nevada. But he made a video on YouTube and said, I'm switching from being a Democrat and I'm going to the Republican side.
Yeah, it's crazy. Like, I think it's got to the point where, you know, these people are Democrats, but they're not the far left.
Mm-hmm.
They're Democrats, but they've gotten to the point now they're starting to woke up and go, man, this is not the Democrat Party that I know. They're so far left and so out of touch and corrupt and all the rest of it that they don't want to be a part of it. It's like it's hard to explain what the move in the Democrat Party, it's like it's splitting. Because there's the far left Democrat and then there's the media, the middle Democrat. And they're all starting to wake up now right before the election happens. Because they don't want to lose their job.
So that's kind of what happened to me. I grew up leaning far left. I don't want to say far left. Let me take that back. I grew up thinking there should be universal income. So maybe it was a little far left, but I grew up a little bit left. My dad was always right.
Mm-hmm.
My mom was always left. Around the time I got to around 20, 25 years old, around there, I started to switch a little bit. Like, you know what? I'm working more now. I see where my tax dollars are going. I'm seeing where my tax dollars aren't going. And I'm seeing a little bit more of this hypocrisy in politics, especially on the Democrat side. So right before the Obama election, I was like, you know what? Maybe I should stop thinking this way. Maybe there's a reason why I'm thinking this way, and it's because of people in my ear or things that I'm watching. So I purposely stopped watching a lot of what I was at the time, and I stopped listening to the people that I was listening to at the time. Bill Maher was one of them. And I started to form my own opinions just the same way that I started to form my own opinion on religion. I got away. I was raised Catholic. I grew up Christian. And then I left religion altogether around the time I was 20, my mid-20s. So after Obama, I realized, yeah, the left is definitely gone batshit.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought, okay, I don't know if I'm ready to vote Republican yet, but I will vote Republican based on the candidate and their views and what they're standing for. And that's what I did. For the time of the two times that Obama was in office, I did not vote for a Democrat. I voted independent or libertarian. It wasn't until Trump came into the office or started to run that I voted the first time presidency for a Republican.
Yep.
And then it just after that, the floodgates just opened up like shit. The whole time of growing up, I was just completely fucking wrong and naive.
Well, it's just what you're taught. It's what you grow up around. It's like half the problem. Like I'll use Atlanta. So the city Atlanta is very Democrat. You'll be lucky to find maybe one or two, say 2 people out of 10. One will be very strong Republican and the other one will be in the middle. The rest will be Democrat. So if you're around those entire people all the time, you're only hearing one story. And it's always bashing the other side.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas what we find with Republicans is they don't just bash the other side. They bash their own party at the same time as they're routing for somebody else.
Mm-hmm.
So, but the Democrats just bash the other side fully. They don't bash their side because they're all Democrat. They're all the same.
Well, now it's starting to turn a little bit. In New York, there was a gay pride parade and a pro-Palestine parade on the same fucking street. And one started on the west end, the other started on the east end, and they somehow met at an intersection. And the pro-Palestine people will not let the gay pride people pass, and the police had to intervene. So now the left is eating the left.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and that's what
way more than they have been in the past years. Right now, it's bad. They're like devouring each other.
Yeah, and that's what they want. So their plan works because now there's more divided people.
Mm-hmm.
The gays will start hating the Palestinian people, and the Palestinian people that protest will hate the gays, and then we already hate them protesting anyway because they disrupt everything. My big belief is if you want to protest about another country that you feel, that you're trying to help and be responsible and, do all this thing, get on a plane and go and support the country. That's the only way you're going to help a country is get on a plane and go there. You standing in a street here yelling out "Free Palestine," it's a word.
It's on deaf ears.
Yeah, it's a word. Yeah, it's a word. That's not going to change anything. You going over there physically and physically doing something, that will change it. Yelling and screaming about it, it's not going to do anything. It's like going to a bank saying, "I want $1 million every day. I want $1 million. I want $1 million. I want $1 million." The only time you're going to get $1 million at a bank is get a gun and go in there and rob it.
Right.
Because now you're doing something physical.
I thought it was funny in the video at this parades, whatever the fuck it was. The gay people are like half naked, like, "Hey, why won't you just let us by?" And there's one pro-Palestine guy like, "You bunch of faggots, we don't like you. We don't like you here. You need to go fucking your own island and this and that." And then there's other gays just like dressed in their rainbow shit, like so confused, like, but we're on your side.
Yeah, we want to free Palestine too.
Which I don't understand. Like, why would you support a terrorist organization in a religion that flat out says if you lived here, we would kill you?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, it's just what they said the other day. The Israelis freed, I think, 35 hostages. But then they turned around and said, well, they bombed schools and public and all the rest of it to get them. So they killed so many more extra people that had nothing to do with their kidnapping to save 35 people. But what they left out was Hamas always use human shields.
Right.
They always around schools or somewhere that's people are living in homes to stop them from doing what they're doing. Well, this time, and what people don't hear too is the Israelis do airdrops of pamphlets that says at 11 p.m. on this day, we are bombing this area. So here is your notice to get out. Mm-hmm. They tell them that they're coming. Hamas don't tell anybody. They just do it. Mm-hmm. But the Israelis get slammed every time that they do something wrong because there's human life innocent people getting killed.
But they forget about the innocent people Hamas parachuted into a festival and just started shooting people from a parachute.
Correct. But the Hamas...
How convenient is that? They just...
They've forgotten about that.
We're going to ignore that fact, and we're going to concentrate on that they killed these people to rescue hostages.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Hamas just did it for fun.
Yeah.
But what people don't realize is Hamas have all these people, they don't let them go. They corral them in there, and then they use them as human shields. And then when the Israelis come over and they blow them up, it's like they scream, "Oh, look, let's get some more support because now we can blame the Israelis for killing innocent people." Mm-hmm. But the story doesn't get out that they were corralled in there, that they can't run away anywhere. If they run, they get shot.
Right.
You know, people just don't understand the whole thing of... And the other thing is too, the government is now... the UN, the US government, and the Israelis and Hamas are coming to a ceasefire. And the US government said that they will help Israel rebuild Gaza. And I'm like, why are we paying? The taxes we pay are going to help another country rebuild itself.
We don't get anything out of it either.
But you know what? I can guarantee you right now, if the other person was in power right now, none of it would be happening anyway.
No.
But if it was, we wouldn't be paying for it. Because it was the first time in American history that people were paying us to be part of the UN or NATO.
Well, Trump had the treaty. Iran broke a treaty.
Mm-hmm.
Trump had the treaty with, was supporting the treaty with Palestine and Israel. And Hamas as a proxy to Palestine broke the treaty.
Yep.
So I don't see how anyone can be, unless they're just fucking stupid, ignorant, blind, how anyone can blame America or Israel for any conflicts happening right now.
Correct. Yep. And now, you know, this whole, there was something that I think the Americans attacked Sudan or another Middle Eastern, Jordan, I think it was another Middle Eastern country that they attacked. And now that's all starting to happen. And I'm just like, man, this government needs to get out. 4 years, no wars.
Yeah.
Not even a tiny little like, oh, if Trump goes to South Korea, we're going to be in World War III. He's the only American president gone over to shake that guy's hand.
Yeah. I think they golfed together, didn't they?
I think so.
Business always gets done on the golf course.
Always.
And you know Biden can't golf. He can barely fucking walk.
Oh, I'd love to see that guy golf.
God. All right, let's get to the last video. And this one's a doozy, man. This just came out today. And it's making headlines.
We have responsibility, Terry. We did not have any accountability for what was going on there, and we should have. This is ridiculous. You're going to ask me in the middle of the thing when they've already breached the inaugural stuff should we call the Capitol Police? I mean, the National Guard? Why weren't the National Guard there to begin with?
They thought that they had sufficient resources.
There's not a question of how they have been. They don't know. They clearly didn't know, and I take responsibility for not having them just prepare for more.
So that was Nancy Pelosi. This was during the activities of January 6th. She's in a SUV in the Capitol, in the garage, trying to bug out. And she's having a conversation with one of her staff members. And she clearly admits there January 6th was pretty much her fault for getting out of hand the way it did.
Yeah. Well, I'm pretty sure Trump asked and said, hey, do you want the National Guard? Because I'll give them to you.
Yeah.
Just in case you want them. Like, they're on standby. They're already here. Do you want them? Oh, no.
And there's the video showing that they didn't want it.
Yeah. Yeah. So, you know, I think she goes to the same speech therapist that Biden does. So it's just like,
Well, half of it is she's trying to keep her dentures in her mouth.
Speaking of Nancy, do you remember when Trump, what do you guys call it? When he addresses Congress? It's like one day a year it happens.
Oh, State of the Union?
Yes. Do you remember her ripping up the paper?
Tearing up his speech. Yep.
Apparently that's a federal offense.
Because it's a document. It's a government document.
Yes.
An official government document.
And I'm pretty sure she got arrested for it.
Really?
There's footage of her with the FBI getting arrested. I haven't heard any charges, though.
I don't think they would announce that because that would totally go against any narrative.
Well, they're trying to hide it, and the Republicans are trying to bring it out.
Hold on. Let me Google this.
Yeah, you'd be quicker at Googling it than what I would be. But yeah, that's what I've I've heard in the land of social media, that it's actually in the Constitution that you cannot tear up or damage federal documents. And the State of the Union is one of those things.
So everything that I'm seeing here says ripping up copy of Trump's speech, not illegal. The copy that she ripped up was a copy, not the official document. But yes, it would be illegal if it was the official document. There's other articles here saying it was the official document and she should be arrested. So maybe there's more to come. There's conflicting stuff going on here on my search.
Yeah, they've only just started looking into it. Because I think they spoke about it when she first did it, and it's taken this long to get to this point of let's investigate that.
Yeah.
Because again, they don't look after the Constitution. They just do what the hell they want.
If it's illegal to desecrate the flag, and that's an official government document, they should be treated as one as the same. Speaking of desecrating a flag, Jefferson County Sheriff's Department in Colorado yesterday released a video of this, probably a little Antifa bitch, shredding 7 American flags on the street, looking back at the security camera. She knew it was there. Looking back at the security camera and giving it the double bird.
Did she light herself on fire?
She should have.
Damn it.
Fucking little cunt.
Yes. Look, I'm Australian, and I love my country, but I also love America. And most people know I'm pretty patriotic. I will fight for this country if I have to, because I love it so much. The American flag is like you're burning my flag. I would have punched her in the cunt.
Yeah. Definitely a cunt punt.
Yep. Straight away. I'll probably even strangled her with the flag.
The thing that makes me upset is recently some courts have said that burning a flag is freedom of speech and it's considered speech.
No.
I don't agree with that.
Nope. And two, putting up another country's flag in the capital is a no-no. Like, They took the American flag down and they put someone else's flag, which was Palestine's, and a national monument. You don't do that. Like, they should have been arrested, taken away. I think, and the other one was at a university. Did you see those kids stopping them from putting up the flag, taking the American flag down?
Yeah.
You know, that's why it's important. You live here, respect the country you're in. If you don't respect the country, leave. Because there's a reason why you're here.
Yeah, what I don't understand is you can burn a flag, you can tear it and shred a flag, but God forbid you do a burnout on a painted mural of a rainbow, gay pride rainbow.
You talking about that pickup truck?
Yeah. So now this
shouldn't even
poor
be
guy,
there.
this poor guy is now wanted for vandalism.
It's a road.
Yeah. That's what happens on roads. People do burnouts.
Yes.
And you shouldn't be painting a fucking political symbol on a street.
Correct. It's supposed to be black with white lines. Oh, sorry, yellow, depending which state you're in. It's it's out of control right now with this whole gay pride thing of, that's like I said the other week. There's a guy on TikTok, he's famous, he's a creator, and he's gay, and he wants to go back in the closet because he's just had enough with the openness and forceability that the gay people are trying to force on people. Like, just be normal. We know you're gay. You don't have to show it. You don't have to scream it.
You know what? And most of the country does not fucking care that you're gay.
Yeah.
We really don't.
Nope. I don't walk past and go, "Oh, are you gay?" Because I need to get far away from you because I could catch gayness.
Yeah, that's not the way it works.
Don't look at me. I'm going to get gayness. Stop it.
My sister-in-law, very nice woman. She's married to a woman. They're gay. They spent a week here at my house last year. I have no problem with gay people.
Oh, I knew it. I saw it in the eyebrows. You're starting to manicure your eyebrows. I knew it. Damn it. They're banned.
But no one fucking cares if you lick pussy or suck dick.
Nope. Nobody does.
What we care about is, why do you need to read storybooks to young children in drag? Why do you need to force these children to come out and say that they're gay, even though they're not? You're
making it fun.
In their head. Yeah. Let a kid be a kid.
Yep. They'll make their own decisions when they're older.
Stop forcing movies to include this if it's not part of the storyline.
Yeah, I know someone.
Things happen natural for a reason, and if you force dialogue like this, that's what people don't like.
Yeah. Yeah, I know of a person, I know of a certain person that had a child that had a bit of, he was a boy, and growing up, he had feminine tendencies. And I could see it when he was growing up. And I'm like, one, he was treated very, he was coddled. She was a single mum. Father was, I don't know, I'm pretty sure he was borderline gay. And the son has grown up very confused, I'm guessing, from the social media that I see. Very confused. Sometimes he's a boy and sometimes he's a girl. Mm-hmm. And it's just the stuff that they've taught, and it's what's out in public and what's forced into their social media that they watch. Of course, these kids are going to be confused because it's in their face.
Yeah.
It wasn't in my face when I grew up. I knew there was gays, but I never saw them.
Right. My mom had a gay friend, and I remember he needed a place to stay for a while because I think he was evicted from his apartment or something, but he slept on her couch for about a week. And I remember sitting on the couch. I was probably 12 or 13 years old at the time. I was probably about 12 years old. And I remember him touching my leg. Like, when are you going to grow hair on your legs? Like, in a really effeminate tone. And I looked at him like, dude, don't fucking touch me. What the fuck? And after that, he didn't. He realized, okay, maybe this kid's not fucking gay.
Did you get all homo? Did you get homophobic? Like, oh.
I didn't get homophobic, but I was just like,
he's going to touch me. I'm going to catch it.
But I knew it was wrong. Like, yes. I knew what he was trying to do.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, at that point in my life, I already had, sexual contact with females, and, I've already had, intercourse and everything. Mm-hmm. So I knew what I liked.
Yeah. And I don't like you.
And men was not one of them.
No. No, I definitely was around that when I was a young age. And now I think back when I'm like, now I know why he talked funny. Because he was gay.
Yeah. Well, I have a cousin that's gay. And he doesn't talk very effeminate at all. Doesn't have the list.
Also, he's the male of the gay side.
Well, his husband is also, non-effeminate.
Ooh.
So I had asked him one time because I was very curious.
Oh, you asked who's the girl?
Yes. And more specifically, I asked why some gay men talk that way.
Uh-huh.
And they straight up said, look it, there's gay men and then there's faggots. He said, we don't like faggots. We like bears or just men that are men that are just gay.
Yep.
He said, those faggots talk like that. That's an affect.
Yes.
They don't have to talk that way. They choose to talk that way.
Oh, that's funny. On that note.
Yeah, let's end this on a happy note. What are you doing this weekend?
What am I doing this weekend? I'm actually heading up your way on Sunday to the nearest green.
Oh, yeah.
With a group of car guys. We're going to drive up there and have a drink and have some lunch with the wives and girlfriends and, some single people. If they don't have partners, it's up to them.
Mm-hmm.
Go up there and enjoy that time. And I don't even know what I'm doing Saturday. I don't think I'm doing anything Saturday.
Probably wash the car, get the car prepared and stuff like that.
I washed it last night. I'll probably wash it again before then. I think my neighbors hate me because I wash my car a lot. I have a gas powered pressure washer, so pretty sure they hate me. But yeah, and then Saturday I don't think I'm doing anything. What about you? What do you got planned?
I was supposed to go to a poker game. I don't know if it's still on or not. I was supposed to go to one on this past Sunday, but it got canceled. There wasn't enough players.
Oh,
so hopefully
strip poker then?
No, God no.
Well, I just thought there wasn't enough players, so you just don't want to look at one person.
No, so the guy was planning on 10 people.
Mm.
He was going to order pizza, sandwiches, watch football or sports, whatever sports we were on.
Play poker.
He's new to the city, so he wanted to meet some friends and utilize his new poker table and his new poker chip set.
Oh.
So,
interesting.
Yeah, I haven't played poker in maybe 10 years.
Oh, I'm about that.
Actually, I take that back.
Maybe longer.
I played in Reno when we did Ruby Dice.
Oh, yes.
The Rubicon and 4
mm-hmm,
Dice.
Mm-hmm.
When we were in Reno for a couple of nights.
2 nights?
I sauntered on down to the poker room and lost me about $200.
Oh, so you had a good night then?
Yeah.
You made somebody else rich.
Well, what sucked was back then I wasn't drinking.
Mm.
So I'm just sitting there with the bottle of water like, this sucks. I'm down $75. Let's play another hand and see what happens. Played another hand. Oh, now I'm down another $50.
Let's try again.
Yeah, let's try again. Let's try one more hand. And I think I literally played 3 or 4 hands. And because I had decent cards, I kept betting heavy.
Mm.
And after that, I was like, I'm not losing another $200.
Yeah.
So I got up and I went to the slot machine and lost another $50 there.
But it takes longer. And you're actually doing something.
Yeah.
But if
actually, I was sitting there with Mike Kaplan.
Oh.
From RevKit.
Mm-hmm. So if you're smart like me, I don't make hard work of it. I get a credit card and I hold the button down and I stick the card in there and it just plays by itself.
Mm. Yeah, I loaded the machine with credits.
And then I mean like you push the button to go around again. Like, spin again. I just stick my card in it and just let it do it by itself.
Yeah.
I think it kind of tricks the machine because it's like it wins something and it just starts again quickly. So I think I'm confusing the machine. Like it's not doing ding, 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 ding. It's playing out everything. It's just doing it really quick. And it's like, I think I'm confusing the machine. So it's going to pay out more.
Did you ever hear the story about when we went to Deadwood and with Diesel and he's playing casino games?
No.
Okay. So for those that don't know Diesel Krentz, he's got a handicap and he can't walk right. He has a very severe limp. So he gets up from a poker table. He's got a beer in his hand. He gets up from, I think it was a blackjack table, actually. He's got a beer in his hand and he's walking as he walks. And security grabs him and tries to throw him out, thinking he was fucked up. Like he was super drunk. And so he's like, "What are you doing, man? I'm fine. This is like only my second beer." The guy's like, "No, man, you're drunk. You're out of here."
I can just imagine him like, "What the fuck?"
So Matt Loxley and Adam Kaiser and I forget who else came to his aid. Like, "Hey, man, what the fuck are you doing to my friend? You know, leave my friend alone." He's like, "Your friend's drunk. He's out of here." He's like, "No, he's fucking crippled. He can't walk correctly. Look at his leg. He's got a brace on his leg."
Oh, God. I wonder how many times that happens to him.
Probably less frequently now that he doesn't go to casinos, but
no, even going like to a bar or, you know, somewhere like, you know, there's alcohol and you get thrown out if you look drunk. Now I understand why he sits down a lot when we're out, because if he's like hobbling around, it's like, dude, you're going to get thrown out.
I have some great Diesel stories for the short amount of time that we used to go wheeling together.
He is definitely a funny guy.
So the funniest moment, and I have it on video, and it's part of an episode of Kingdom Crawl.
Is this when he did poop?
No, we're in Colorado, and we're on Chinaman Gulch, and he's like, "Hey, I'll be over here. I need to take a piss." And all of a sudden, I hear Rob just start laughing. So usually men just take the zipper down, pull their dick out, and piss. Diesel is like a fucking child, pulls his pants all the way down. So I turn around and I put the camera on him, and he's just like full on his ass. And all of a sudden, he bends over and spreads his cheeks.
That's Diesel.
And it was the grossest crack I have ever seen in my life. It looked like his hemorrhoid had a hemorrhoid.
It's the Krentz crack.
And then like his balls were sticking out the backside, and his balls were like, they looked like kiwis.
Oh, God.
All furry and brown. I was like, good.
We love you, Diesel.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a
great guy.
He's definitely a good guy, and I miss him because I haven't seen him for a while. So I think I need to get some Krentz in me.
He's got a new, well, not a new girlfriend, but it's a very serious relationship.
Yes. I'm very happy for him, because it's like, I don't know if it's calmed him down a little bit, but it's like they're two peas in a pod, because she is just so much like him that both of them are very outgoing and crazy at the same time.
Yeah.
And she actually puts up with his shit.
Yeah. I'm happy for the guy.
I am too. I've every time he posts about it, I'm like, dude, you are the most luckiest guy, because I thought you are never going to find anyone that will put up with how you are.
Especially when he was living in a fucking trailer for
a couple
of years.
Yes. He's definitely not hard.
Do you remember the Cribs episode I did of his trailer?
No.
Oh, God. I'll have to send you the link. So this was on the Craw 5280 YouTube channel. If you Google Diesel Krentz Cribs,
I'll have a look.
You'll see it. It's very typical Diesel. I try to make it seem like it was an actual Cribs episode. I put the little cheesy music in it, and when he's walking, I did the really fast walk. And his son is in it too. And DJ,
he'd be so young in that.
Oh, he looks very young in it. And DJ was off doing something, and he's like, "Hey, Dad, I found a dead raccoon." So we walk over, and sure enough, there's a fucking dead raccoon. And he starts poking it with a stick.
Oh, so redneck.
There's so many funny fucking parts in that Cribs episode that I did.
I'm going to have to watch it. Yeah. I'm going to watch it after we finish up here.
Yeah, you should, because I think it's a good 30 minutes long, 25 minutes, 30 minutes long. And there's a laugh a minute.
Yeah. Well, over the years, we've had some good laughs with the characters I've met, especially through you, because like even the way we met was freaking hilarious.
Yeah.
So, it just goes on that it's nonstop laughter in the off-road world. It's not so serious, and it's, I will say one thing. If you ever see a business owner of a off-road manufacturer, don't be afraid to go up and say hello. Right. Don't be timid. because these people are down to earth.
They're just like you.
And they'll be happy to talk to you as long as you're not a dick.
Yeah. I mean, some of them are unapproachable. And that's just because of intimidation.
Mm-hmm.
These people are who they are for a reason. And for a while, I was a little intimidated of Jeremy Purick. And then I realized he's just like me. He likes to drink beer. He likes to laugh.
And he'll be the first person to hang shit on you.
Yeah. And he'll be the first person to make fun of himself, too.
Correct. Yep. It's like we always do the
chicken wing.
if you can see in the... I was kind of doing a half of Jeremy there, but on one of the Kingdom Crawls... Was it Kingdom Crawl? Well, it might have been... I can't remember which was. I think it was Mob Moab, one of the first ones. I think there was 4 of us that did one obstacle, and we're all doing the Jeremy. And he's spotting us, and he's like, "Shut up, assholes, you bunch of pricks." I say, "Hey, man, it's just your style, bro.
Thing. Yeah,
it's your style,
trademark."
Yeah, or it's like his arms out, and he's like,
"Yeah."
Poor Jeremy.
And then there's Jake. Every time he wheels something, he breaks something.
He broke the same thing 3 times. I'm pretty sure that Mob Moab, he did 3 sector shafts. I'm pretty sure it was 3 of them.
The poor Jeep. No wonder why he can't sell it.
Oh my God. I just don't understand what's going on with the Jeep industry right now. Like things like that is a cool Jeep to buy.
Yeah.
It's got all the top parts on it. It's never been, even with all the new parts that are on it, it's never been wheeled.
It's got a great motor too.
Yeah. That's like the 6.6. Is it 6.6 liter?
I think so.
Yeah. From Bruiser.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and it's stretched. It's like, what else? What else could you want?
It's because he doesn't have ducks all over the dashboard.
Yeah. I think if he had ducks, it'd probably sell a bit more. It'd be more appealing.
You hear that, Jake?
Duck it up. Put some ducks on it. Put some ducks on it. We know you love ducks, Jake.
Ask Chambliss for ducks. He'll send you some ducks.
Well, all right. Well, let's finish this up, and I think hopefully no one's asleep right now.
Yeah, I think they're all wondering who Diesel is, and they're googling Diesel Krentz.
Diesel Krentz.
Diesel Krentz cribs, or go to Craw 5280 YouTube and look for Diesel Krentz cribs, or just cribs. Yeah, you'll see it.
There's lots of footage there. Go watch them all. You'll see, and you'll know who we're talking about.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, everyone. That's it for today. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. And sorry we didn't get to Darb this week, but we're waiting for Armando to get back from vacation. Yeah. And that'll be this week. So that'll be a fun one.
Yeah. Get your popcorn.
Yep. Have a good one.